Mayeni security analyst kakra enkasa. You can security analyst near say one more to me analyze shense aden ade na kosa aden sa ade we kosa na ehun susuaso na tesɛn aha na wakyerɛ ye nneɛma bi na bia ye de ye ni ato form ahwɛ enti owura Adib Saani ana
no.
Yo, na mpacho bibi aboko de.
Ya da Yakupon, we swear.
Me ho ye pa.
Yo,
where there nitia wa ye shirt bibi trend bi koso wo Ghana ha where ye hu say nipa a start yira rough bi. The latest survey the Yanko newspaper they buy a crano about 16 people are on the front page of the Yanko newspaper. And which is just say almost year statistics now. It's within 3 months, 16 people are gone. And then when we come to the office every day, police reports and it's happening all over. Now I security expert here or share trends of what is actually happening. And then Ghana, Is this something we should start worrying ourselves about, Anna?
You may say obviously so because who are we loved ones and our family member and our down for PR or year it is very painful. Or who are say Yamina or Frey but or Yira, it makes you wonder for many years, only closure. Because the kai, time I what tamali, na girl be war, area be a friend who Zubili, what tamali, Nedin de Fauzia. Then one day of fear and no to date, meaning this has been like over 20 years. Then man be very nice, sociable man be our tamale no be your friend Joe Sama. Also about I think 14 years or so ago. Or Uriah, like we had no idea baby or you are called a Bimusi or Muhu in a different country, any other, but in the end, Obia TSSDB, and yes, sir, na Omuchi Papa Bia or your Boga. Now he was in possession of some of the belongings of Saju Samano. That's how I win him. Those times, investigation were very, very porous, and Yeshua said we would have made sense of it. And so, from the young to the old, Ebimu maybe Omuyari, so I say, Ebimu Su, you don't know what might have happened. We share classical case of Takuradi girls, Omuyari, only for us to find out later, say, Omuya kidnappers. Ebimu Su,
Onua FM 95.1.
It could just be a case of fleeing. Wako baby because meaning lady be some years ago also the ojai krata or see the way I never kono on pet so ono afe or jihadist or kojani Al-Qaeda no okay but lately the air costume the hajin because it's said there's some foul play somewhere okay meaning to what extent has the police conducted thorough investigation to know whether indeed there could be foul play and it's just a case of them fleeing. After your cameras, will be via your cameras, and I would expect say investigations if you are on much more easier, but still hasn't brought down the numbers of Ghanaians on almost on weekly basis. I think a hardrin and there is the urgent national security need for us to look into Sa Assembly. Bimu are serial kidnappers and serial killers and organ extraction for nipa or kidneys, any lungs, any liver, any adi. Bimu su to me nipa and use those vital organs for ritual purposes to say the SC or anybody no. Okay, so it can be anything. Anything that's in Shishum very critical. So you have a name idea echo. So it be so omuya akokra for to some extent. Obenyin sa na ageno ebe akoda dear. And ye obia or shano. One day he can just step out and no. And to be more special GPS tracking bracelets are use akokra and even pets, so that baby you would know where they are, and I think it is critical. Yeah, more fun so yeah, sure. Uncle B and our papa be throw be toy, be toffee, be me dime. Yenchwe nkwadano menko. Ude share the SC or abisim no. Young boy, sports commentator, very gentle guy, not knowing say okunipa buni fridge mo. So we have to include them in the security management process. Yeah, sure. My own who to say omu yankwada omu ntiase omu agin so they be Gen Z, these children of today, computer age, more than you think they know. So, and let them at least keep some healthy security hygiene.
All right. Now, Adib, in final say, Obi Bayura na Oko police station, Ekoye police report to the media houses in Yina. After the media houses are announcing, what next must he or she do as a parent?
I think first of all, the area very important and would be to immediately call potential leads. Maybe or Nadam for be or Tai Kohonum pa ubetumi afre. Has Kofi come to you? Ubetumi afre school. I mean, call close family and friends circle. No, if no progress is made, I mean, until after 24 hours, and I'll be visa immediately for police. I mean, your lines, 13888. Yes, I should think so. Sir, hotline, police, 18555. Visa, sorry. I'll check and make sure I give the correct number.
18555.
18555, exactly. Okay. Over to me, afraid, and I walk to the nearest police station and lodge that complaint. No, but depending on the jurisdiction, meaning say ebimusu to say abroad for those countries. After 48 hours, it be almost to 72 hours. So, because delinquencies, teenagers are almost delinquent. Sometimes free any idea. So they extended the time to just be sure. All right. Yes, sir. Ubetumi collaborate with a police for and engage in a watch. A search party. Bibisa get neighbors. Get friends, come together, go out looking for the person, and also to me. In fact, who approach sometimes the whole community can come together. But I feel Ghana, I am who said there's that sense of community unity. No, I feel search abroad from your friend was saying, your friend was saying. Abrofo bibacho mumfa me tree okay say because afi omutumi organize omo communities okay to engage in such party activities.
Okay,
but over everybody seems to be minding his business. Okay, and see, let's be each other's keeper and in my opinion,
95.1.
No, okay. Now, at what stage must the I will not give up? No, because so baby, every day you buy sure so wire, and as you bush any sure so wire.
You see, a bit depending on routine, okay? I mean, there's irresponsible parenting. So what I say?
Yeah.
Unkoda no bet me if he 1 week on him, or he doesn't just care. So depending, me as a responsible parent, I know the routine of my children. Time unkoda tamale. Me papa Adib Saani 6 p.m. and now 5:30 you should be home because Uber bomb Margaret. Okay, so what about after 30 minutes he will be worried. So as I say, Ebimusu or me are so irresponsible. About 10 days simple on whom they don't care. So as I say, so it depends on the parenting style and it depends on the routine of the child. Okay, after we are sister because I remember when in our 20s, some there's discipline at home, but after 16, just because on your computer, Juma, make computer, Juma, so what I say, on your so you know, you respect him more than the 50, 60-year-olds in the family because after your busika chain, so you don't even keep an eye. You know, you don't really care about the movement any of the. What they share, talk about the incidents, you know, girls, you know. From information, they were out for some time before parents and they almost sure realized that something was wrong. So I just say, so yes, sir. Get the police involved. I can say categorically, say a better thing. Say at a point you would feel say. That is it, they are lost. A better thing because you would constantly be in a state of denial. Until me starting the presentation by saying that look, Onua sometimes, pardon me, Emma, your friend is saying solace and Emma closure chain will be higher. Because what might have happened to the person? Like you would be in pain until you die. Joe Sama, the parents, they've always wondered, until they died. So yeah, there's no denying that.
The trauma and all that.
Absolutely, because you are wondering, what might have happened to him? What is you would be in trauma for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But you know that I mean because I've buried him. He's resting. He's in the bosom of the Lord. But where you are, you don't know. Fauzia, take daily to date me. I'm a Jane girl, no nice girl. Obi kuno. I say we're worried. Baby, you don't know.
Let's use your own case for Ziaya Moye Nkola Bremua Oyera Yebisi Neno. Unsanga a Bronin Chromwa, they will still be investigating that issue. Have you realized that, Adib?
Oh yes, because
even till 100 years they will investigate to know what might have caused that. But in our case here in Ghana or in Africa, let's use Ghana. I guess or I think our investigation teams and our bodies they give up at a certain number of years. They give up on an issue. What do you say?
Yes. At a point, a court case, and a court case, we don't keep records. So I just say, white people or more DNA information about perpetrators, any victims that has been stored in the 1940s, 50s, even though DNA technology, fairly recent, but they have, your friend was saying, evidence, still. But in Ghana, it's different. And Tina, IGP Dampari, Mikai, Tama, meaning Shia, in your office, explaining some of these things. I say, while reform court case unit, so a lot of the cases are. To say nothing is coming out of it, no, would be revisited. We just share the case of Fennec Archery. So at that case, to date, you don't know what has become of it. Why no any of these? So all of these is what is making me feel that yes, so far as criminality is concerned, very porous. Uko aprofu omo DNA database. Okay, now in the
DNA database, that's a strong one.
Yes, DNA database a database of offenders. So uye bonia omuchiwa, they would put your DNA into that system, no. And omu European database. The whole uye boni Switzerland, uko Belgium, they would have your information there.
It's true.
And US one, your friend will code this, made up of the different states. So in the 70s and 80s, no more Papa B or your friend will Golden State Killer, or no, or Ku Emma or Repom. Since 70s and 80s, or more in Chinuda. It was recently they caught him, Michael D'Angelo. Unim the way Omocheno.
Debbie.
What do we call it in Chi? His grandson was involved in an act of criminality. Omocheno then took the DNA, ran it in the database, and they realized through Adiayefe genealogy that Oye related to the Golden State Killer.
It runs in the blood.
Yes. So Omuko checking the uncles, then they realized that his grandfather is the Golden State Killer. Omucheno in his 90s. No, you're a former police officer.
Why? Since 70, once Omuko
cases that occurred in the 70s, even 60s, and has been uncovered today. And when him Omuhu Obia. Maybe all of a sudden, if you see a dead body and a skull of a dead human being, and then they would collect it and name the dead body John Doe or Bema or Oba or Mube Nemunu Jane Doe, missing person, and be seeing the dead body. So Omube fat database, Omube fat DNA good database, then trace it to know who she or he is related to. So sometimes, yes, then get to a family, then they see, oh, this is my grandmother. She got lost in the 1950s. You see how advanced they are, Minya.
And can we get to that stage? Adib Saani?
We can. Very easy, Minya, we can. We can. You bet me. Yeah. Just that it demands a lot of commitment, and I think to a large extent, currently the security arrangement, more about regime security, regime protection. So I say, rather than protecting the very security of the people, who they share Canadian girls are almost kidnapping Kumasi.
Yeah.
See the kind of intelligence work that went into that investigation.
I was shocked. Even the Ghanaian investigation team, according to me, and locate Canadians for no bagana no mube locate or modestia.
Easy. But I think to a large extent, national security almost boy Jumapa, and I think they worked closely with the Canadian authorities. Then. So okay, me and what would become?
Oh yeah. What you are saying in a nutshell, they say yendru sampempen swana will be yira anasi yekun be secretly near bia ufo no ebe tumi hu ba bia omodehye ewo because yendru sa advanced world near ba bruni de opa kunuko sha manase kura ombekwa kunhu no. And what's the way forward before we wrap up? What would you advise? What would you advise?
So I think drew almost but commitment in me, okay? because the way omubeye in Shishum anka a minister ba and MP ba, we the nobodies. And me, yes, sir.
Okay.
So as I say, it's different, okay? But I'm hoping, sir, as we move forward as a country, sir, courtesies are almost extending the special ones, you know. It will trickle down to here, minimum. So that at least every Ghanaian would be covered. And to a large extent, again, starting with biometric systems, you know. Because your biometric databases.
Yes.
Before you your passport, biometric.
Yeah,
details.
Fingerprinting.
Every single finger of yours. And health insurance, and also voter ID, Ghana card.
Onua FM 95.1.
Biometric detail. Unfortunately, our systems is in silos, different silos. So anka then we bring it together under very strict regulations, so that because your girlfriend, you think she's cheating on you, and you have access to the system, an investigation, baby, and also taking into consideration people's privacy, NERD. So if we bring these systems together, all you do is just to get the fingerprints and all that, and then no bingo. I think to a large extent, it depends on the commitment of government. Meaning, say, national security or boy Jumapa or but logistics very critical. So anka crime labs in all regional capitals under the supervision of the IGP. And also, because mostly evidence, BBC Boga, they would have to move the evidence to Accra and Kumasi, and we saw our winning evidence, it expires.
Yes.
Or it can get polluted. Because it spoils the integrity of the whole investigation. And with this put into our minds, and the potential criminal, on him say, me boni wea or mobechime. And so in criminology, was rational choice theory on him say, or mobechime. So on ye.
Okay. And until then, dear, you kun and now you're our maimua, why you're qua. Because now we
I mean,
until then, until all what you said, yeah.
Yes, unfortunately to a large extent, but hopefully, kakra. But I think we could have been able to get beyond where we are today with the right level of commitment, Minya.
All right. Thank you very much, Ura Adib Saani, a security analyst, wa church and Semwama Nyamin Show.
Nyamin Show also.
All right. Yo. I was here, Onua 95.1 Sunye.
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah,